What if it's just a ploy, a decoy to the public, one of Ibrahim's Traoré master plan? After all, he's a brilliant strategist, and when they are out there in the West and elsewhere in the world, in the globe, playing checkers, they fail to realize that Ibrahim is a master at chess. Grandmaster, if you will. But let's continue. Brilliant strategist, and when they are out there in the West and elsewhere in the world, in the globe, playing checkers, they fail to realize that Ibrahim is a master at chess. Grandmaster, if you will. But let's continue.
It turns out that Ibrahim Traoré is thinking of stepping down because of what he is facing day and night. Since Captain Ibrahim Traoré seized power in September 2022, his leadership has faced relentless opposition from Western governments, Western-backed institutions, and regional political bodies like ECOWAS. These agencies have consistently demanded that he step down and reinstate a civilian government, using the rhetoric of democracy and stability to justify their stance. However, what they fail to acknowledge is that Traoré enjoys unprecedented support from the Burkinabe people, who see him as a leader fighting for true independence, one who is finally prioritizing the needs of his nation over the interests of foreign powers. You should know that Western nations have long exerted political and economic control over Africa, ensuring that leadership structures remain favorable to their interests. However, the moment Traoré took power and began dismantling Western influence, rejecting French military presence, and asserting Burkina Faso's sovereignty, he became a direct threat to Western hegemony in Africa. Almost immediately after his rise to power, France, the United States, and the European Union condemned Traoré's leadership, labeling it a coup against democracy. They called for a swift return to civilian rule, highlighting the importance of constitutional order. However, these same Western nations had no problem supporting previous civilian governments that were corrupt, ineffective, and aligned with foreign interests. France, in particular, was enraged when Traoré expelled its military forces from Burkina Faso in 2023. For decades, France maintained a neo-colonial grip over its former African colonies, using military presence as a means to protect its corporate interests, especially in resource-rich countries like Burkina Faso. The removal of French troops signaled a major shift in Burkina Faso's foreign policy, aligning it more with pro-sovereignty movements across Africa.